This is salo.
Oh, yeah!
Вау.
Руського борща не існує.
Друзі, привіт! Я хочу вас познайомити з Джеєм з Нової Зеландії.
Вітаю!
Джей зараз у Празі, і він ніколи не куштував українську їжу, тому зараз ми йдемо. We are going to Ukrainian restaurant so that you try Ukrainian food for the first time.
In my country, New Zealand, there are no Ukrainian restaurants at all, despite a sizable Ukrainian community. Yeah. So I'm really looking forward to trying food from your country. I'm sure it's going to be delicious. My mum's made me borscht before in the past, and that was delicious. So I'm sure that's probably a taste of what is to come.
So tell me a little bit about the borscht that you tried, that your mom cooked. Did it have meat inside or beetroot?
Yeah, it was a beetroot soup. And yeah, it was warm, and I think it was a year ago, so I think it might have had meat, but yeah, it was beetroot, and it was unlike anything I had ever
Tasted.
tried. Yeah, exactly. But it was great. I have nothing but good memories of it, and I'm looking forward to trying borscht that is by a Ukrainian today. I'm sure this is the real deal.
And the name of the place where we are going is the Borsch.
Yes, exactly. So you can expect to have a good borscht here.
Yeah, and I know the owners, they're Ukrainian and they're very nice. And they're watching this channel, by the way, and I'm very thankful to
Вітаю!
А зараз ми вже тут. We are here. So this is the Borsch. This is the menu over here. Yeah, Ukrainian Borsch.
Yes. If you ask someone who has spent a significant amount of time to name the country's most popular dish, the response will definitely be borscht. Borscht is a signature dish, always present both at home and on an exquisite restaurant menu. Ukraine has over 100 recipes of borscht. I had no idea. I thought there was only one borscht. Wow, that makes me even more excited to try borscht. Interesting. So, what is horilka?
Horilka is the Ukrainian name for vodka. Have you tried salo?
No, I haven't.
So we will order a little bit of this as well.
Chicken Kiev. Interesting.
That's traditional food from Kyiv. It's a meat. It's a mix of meat. If you mix meat and you add something inside, like some butter.
Stuffed stuff.
Yes. Have you tried varenyky before?
No, I haven't.
No.
Obolot. Gosh, that sounds like a character from a sci-fi movie. Well, I guess I got to take it because as a New Zealander, I love to drink beer. Yeah,
I didn't know.
that's why a lot of Kiwis like to come to Prague because we both like to drink beer.
Друзі, я зараз зустріла чоловіка з Нової Зеландії, and you have a Ukrainian song in your phone.
Because I was watching the TV series with Volodymyr Zelensky, where he plays this teacher who becomes the president of Ukraine.
Слуга народу, так.
And in the first episode, the Ukrainian band Zizio?
Yeah.
Zizio makes an appearance.
We want to hear it.
This song is great. I kind of know the chorus, but not the words. Can you hear it?
Yeah, we can hear. Друзі, пишіть внизу, хто вже з перших акордів вгадав, що це за пісня.
Так багато дівчат, але я вибрав тебе, я не вірив в любов.
Друзі, хто ще там писав, що я рухаюсь дивно у відео? Тепер ви знайшли людину, яка рухається ще більше і танцює ще більше під українські пісні. You will be the hero of my channel.
Слава Україні!
Kiwis is the name for New Zealanders.
Yes, exactly.
Kiwis.
Yes.
Many viewers might.
Exactly. So if you meet a New Zealander, you can call him or her a Kiwi. That's what we refer to ourselves as.
Where does it come from?
Well, it's actually the name of our native bird, the kiwi, which is a flightless bird about about this big, and it has a big beak. And yeah,
We'll add a picture, yeah.
yes, and it is our native bird. We're very proud of it. Unfortunately, it is endangered.
Птаха ківі була зображена на першій марці Нової Зеландії, першій грошовій купюрі і вважалася таким собі символом Нової Зеландії. Хоча самих людей ще не називали як ківі до середини ХХ століття. Під час Першої світової зображення птахи ківі використовувалися на військових значках в новозеландській армії. І потім новозеландські військові отримали такий псевдонім ківі. І пізніше, після Другої світової війни, цей псевдонім перейшов з військових до всіх жителів Нової Зеландії. І сьогодні нікнейм ківі – це така гордість новозеландців.
But do you have a fruit which is called kiwi?
Well,
Or no?
it's interesting. It's interesting you mention that, because whenever I go around Europe and I say I'm a Kiwi, people start laughing because they're like, "You're not a fruit." I'm like, "Oh, wait. Do you call a kiwi fruit a kiwi?" So, you know, what you guys call kiwi, we call kiwi fruit.
So we'll start with kwas.
Okay. That is an interesting taste. Yeah, tastes quite different to anything I've experienced before. How would I describe it? Kind of has a bit of a gingery taste. It definitely tastes quite pure. Yeah, but good. That's tasty. I would have a little more.
It's refreshing, right? Because it's very popular usually in summer. It used to be when it was hot, there will be like large trucks with kwas and people would make lines just to drink it.
Really?
Yeah. Because I don't know how it is in New Zealand.
Oh,
like, what is a typical summer drink?
A typical summer drink in New Zealand is generally L&P. Now this is kind of like, I mean, just to oversimplify things, New Zealand lemonade. L&P stands for lemon and Pairoa because it was first brewed in a New Zealand town called Pairoa in the central North Island. And it's basically our national drink, kind of like New Zealand kwas, but yeah, with a bit more of a lemony taste. It's basically a soda, but we're very proud of it. As proud as you guys are of kwas.
This is salo. This looks amazing. Look at that. There are these different types of salo, I think. This is with a little bit of meat. And this is green, I think. It's like a root of something which is a little bit spicy. And this is just mustard.
Okay. And so you have those with the borscht, is that correct?
Absolutely, yes.
Gotcha. Ooh.
Golubці, вареники with potatoes.
The last time I ate borscht when my mum cooked it last year. So, Mum, if you're watching this, this is I'm gonna see how this compares against yours. You know, borscht cooked by a Ukrainian. This is great.
The viewers are like, we are so hungry.
I didn't even have breakfast this morning, so yeah.
Я не снідав сьогодні. So now let's introduce salo because you usually eat it alone. So you can take this and just several pieces of salo.
Okay. Alright, let's give this a try.
And there is some garlic, so usually one would have a little bit of garlic as well.
Interesting. It's good. I like it.
I mean, just without bread, it takes some garlic maybe as well. Oh yeah! We've got this.
Wow.
Is it garlic or what?
Oh, that's spicy. Let's see if kvass can actually cure this because it's really spicy in my mouth at the moment.
Я зараз ще чеснику попрошу.
That yellow stuff there is spicy.
От чому саме ти борщ ви назвали цей заклад?
Ми такі, так, треба робити поливкарну. Поливкарна, це ми в Чехії таке побачили такий формат. Поливка – це суп, поливкарна – це місце, де можна з'їсти перші страви. І ми такі, як ми назвемося? Ну ясно, що ми будемо варити український борщ, то як ми назвемося? The борщ. Дуже просто.
І ви казали, що є люди, які вас питають, В чому різниця між українським борщем і російським борщем, так?
Чехи старшого покоління почали приходити до нас в заклад і питати, а чим ваш український борщ відрізняється від руського борща? І тут починалась зазвичай така лекція, що що таке руський борщ? Це вкрадена в Україні страва, давно вкрадена, тому вже якби всі забули, але руського борща не існує.
Руського борща не існує.
Є український борщ, справжній, от в нас ви його можете спробувати. І його є так багато, Україна така величезна, що в кожній, скільки хат, стільки борщів, і оце ми все розказуємо, показуємо. Самі варимо багато борщів. Кожного дня в нас обов'язково є з яловичим м'ясом і з білими грибами пісний борщ. Також ми робимо зелений, на копчених ребрах, з копченою грушкою, і на свинині. Що завгодно. Ми навіть готували борщ з карасями, бо вичитали, що Тарас Григорович Шевченко в своїх щоденниках писав, що це його найулюбленіший борщ з карасями. Смак дивний, але чому би і ні.
А ви завжди заздалегідь готуєте борщ, так?
А що ще про борщ питають? Ви казали багато якісь питань.
Страшенно часто нам задавали питання, а у вас такий справжній борщ, де 3 види м'яса? І ми такі спочатку, 3 види м'яса? Що це таке? Борщ – це страва українського села, звідки в якійсь хаті 3 види м'яса. Це що за розкішне життя? Але це чомусь кулінарні книжки в Чехії так писали, що так правильно. Можливо, вони щось наплутали, я не знаю. В Твіттері я в когось прочитала, що є такий ритуальний на поховання, не знаю, борщ з 3 видами м'яса в деяких регіонах України. Але це не якась класика, це не якась...
Стандарт.
Це абсолютно не стандарт. Це можливо десь є.
Я вперше чую про таке, що 3 види м'яса.
Да. А ми почули про це стільки разів, і потім я пішла чеською, загуглила борщ і побачила, що в них дійсно є ця думка, цей стереотип, що правильний борщ вариться з 3 видів м'яса. Дивно, але...
Друзі, напишіть, будь ласка, в коментарях, чи ви щось чули про це, бо я ніколи не чула. А ви звідки?
Ми з чоловіком з центральної України, раніше Кіровоград, тепер Кропивницький.
І ви були вчителькою російської мови до того, так?
Ну, я вивчилась на вчительку російської мови, але не працювала.
І зараз ви перейшли на українську мову?
На українську мову я перейшла в 14-му. Коли ми відкрились, ще було більш-менш мирно, і росіяни заходили зі словами «Здрасте, наконец-то наша кухня! Наконец-то відкрили нашу кухню!» І я така стояла.
Серйозно?
Ну, тому що для них це, вони ж брати і все таке. Тобто вони заходили і раділи, що «Ой, давайте нашого борщика!» І я тоді з такою міною, щось типу, що це вона ваша. Я відкрила тут українську кухню, в мене тут концепт взагалі. А потім вони стали тихіше, коли багато росіянських військ було у нас на кордоні, то вони взагалі майже перестали до нас приходити, бо вже...
Тобто ще до 24 лютого?
Ну, коли вже про це весь світ казав, то вже до нас почали приходити чеське телебачення, чеське радіо, чеські новини і питали, а що ви думаєте, а чи ви боїтеся, а чи поїдуть ваші родичі до вас сюди? А чи чекати нам хвилю біженців? Ну, звідки я знаю, ну якось ми про це говорили. І потім почалося широкомасштабне вторгнення, і росіяни тепер тихі, чемні. Я не переходжу на російську мову, я з ними розмовляю українською, вони потрошечку...
інколи
там. Але набагато рідше і дуже скромно себе ведуть, тому що ми знаємо, як себе поводять росіяни за кордоном. Мені пощастило, в мене не було прямих конфліктів, якоїсь такої конфронтації, коли саме прийшли, тому що ми українці, а вони росіяни. От такого взагалі не було. Було навпаки, наприклад, в лютому, не знаю, 28-го, наприклад, прийшов наш постійний відвідувач, він росіянин, і він приніс дуже багато речей дитячих, памперсів, харчування, і сказав, мені так соромно, я дихати не можу, я хочу, щоб Росія просто зникла з землі. Може, ви комусь це можете дати? І він передав ці всі речі. Тобто, такі теж існують, які приходять, вони залишають більше грошей, ніж треба, тому що вони підтримують українців і український бізнес.
Thank you. Так, у нас ще трошки часничком.
What's that? Oh, garlic.
Yeah, more garlic. I think that's what made you feel like it was spicy. I don't have
Okay.
to. You don't have to.
Yeah. I think, well, my friends in New Zealand used to make fun of me because I couldn't handle as much spice as they could, because we have a lot of Asians in New Zealand, and you know they're quite accustomed to eating spicy food. Yeah, so for example, like you know, every time I'd go to like a Thai or an Indian restaurant, I'd always ask for it mild. And there was even a time when one of my flatmates cooked a spicy meal for the flat, and after about 5 minutes, I just like, sorry, this is too much for me.
When your mom made borщ, did she add sour cream here, there, smetana?
No.
No? So it didn't have this white thing in it.
From what I remember, no.
So it's very essential to have it inside. Look at that. These varenykies are in the color of Ukrainian flag.
Wow.
Okay, and now the moment of truth.
The moments of truth.
It's completely normal.
Really? So the coloring doesn't change anything?
Yeah, I think like technology is quite far away so that they can color without any taste.
Yeah, no, so that's a bit. You're Ukrainian?
Yes.
Ah, cool. We're from Kiev or from Kharkiv. Oh yeah, that's yeah.
If I were to ask you, where do you think Ukrainian language is coming from in Ukraine? Like what area has created Ukrainian language, or where was it spoken initially? In what area of Ukraine?
Well, now that you've asked me that question, I'm going to say Kharkiv.
It is true, but many people think it's in the west of Ukraine because there are currently more Ukrainian-speaking people there. But historically, it was more originated in Kharkiv. Do you know about that? Yeah.
Yes. And actually, like at the moment, Kharkiv is, I don't know, 90-95% Russian speaking.
Really?
Same as Donetsk, Lugansk, and all the south. But it is completely like it was completely made by Russians.
So the Russians
kind of. It wasn't like that 100 years ago. Even like I think just after the Second World War, we had roughly 70% of Ukrainian speaking school. 10 years later, it is already like 50 something. And yeah, and it's dropping and dropping.
Did the Russians kind of send Russians there to like, colonize Kharkiv and Russify it?
They were trying to convince all the nation that Ukrainian it's a language of stupid people from villages.
Really?
So it's for first the stereotypes, yeah.
Yes. And all Russian propaganda always say that it's like language of villages, like so not that high intellectual people without higher education, any education.
Yeah,
and like Russian is a really language for
high society.
Yeah, it's like it's if you want to be a good educated person, you got to speak Russian and Russian alone.
Jay також вчить українську мову. You started learning Ukrainian with Duolingo, right?
Duolingo.
How much time have you done that already, and what inspired you to start learning Ukrainian?
Probably a couple of hours. I think.
In total?
Yeah, in total. And obviously it's just because, it's just, I guess, my personal way of showing that I care and showing you Ukrainians that what you're going through really is affecting us. And we care about you, and we're together with you. I think now more than ever, Ukrainian is important. And also when it comes to helping Ukrainians who you meet around Europe who don't speak much English. I mean, any Ukrainian is better than nothing, because I mean a lot of you guys speak English, which is cool, but there's a lot of you who don't. So I guess when we encounter Ukrainians who don't, I guess it's our job then to learn your language. What are these?
Varenyky. This is super traditional. I think it's as traditional as borщ.
Really?
Actually, in Ukraine, yes. I'll have one more. I will be very. I just like them very
She's
much.
hungry.
Yeah, I'm hungry. These are my favorite.
Let's give these a try.
Tastes similar to anything you have had before.
They taste similar to Chinese dumplings that I ate in New Zealand. We've got a large Chinese community, and so there's Chinese restaurants everywhere, and a lot of my friends have a Chinese background. So yeah, I mean, I'm no stranger to dumplings, so...
Мені подобається вираз I'm not stranger to something.
To my friends, to my Asian friends, to my Asian Kiwi friends, if you're watching this, Chinese dumplings are good, but Ukrainian dumplings are definitely worth trying as well. They're different, they taste a little bit different.
Yeah, you should get started with obolon. Here in Czech Republic, you have probably already tried some of the Czech beer.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, let's see how.
Now
you
let's try
like this.
Ukrainian beer. Interesting taste. Yeah, how would I describe it? It has quite a clean taste.
Clean taste.
It's not particularly fizzy, it's not particularly strong, it doesn't leave much in your, it leaves very little in your mouth. Why does it have the Hungarian
Yeah,
flag?
I'm confused as well. Друзі,
This is-
напишіть, чому пляшка пива Оболонь виглядає як прапор Угорщини.
This is Ukrainian beer, not
Right,
Hungarian
yeah.
beer. I mean, looking at it, you'd probably think it's Hungarian.
It's process 50. We are moving to Holopsy. Okay, so have you ever tried anything like this?
I may have tried something in a Chinese restaurant, and but
I don't think this would be tasting. So let me first describe it. So it has meat and rice mixed together
okay.
and surrounded by cabbage leaves.
Yep. Interesting. Yeah. I think there's something. Yeah, I think there's something in Poland. They have something similar called gołąbki.
Mm-hmm.
What's the singular form?
For holubci, holubec, but you never say in singular form. It's something that always in plural. Holubci. Дай мені один голубець. No, you always eat not one, but so you are welcome to have one more.
Okay. This is very filling. I'll say that. How many subscribers do you have?
180,000.
Тут багато відпочиває іноземців, тут багато селиться іноземців, і вони також приходять до нас на обіди. Мене дуже тішить, як вони, можливо, дехто з них має якісь згадки про Україну. Не знаю, давні родичі, або друзі, або кохані. І от вони приходять сюди, щоб спробувати, можливо, вперше, можливо, щоб згадати щось. І зазвичай дуже задоволені йдуть. Ми страшно стараємося, щоб в нас було смачно і якісно, і свої плоди вже є. Тому що від нас іноземці йдуть такі щасливі, що от вони з'їли справжній борщ. Класно було, коли прийшов чех старший і сказав: слухайте, раніше українці і росіяни для мене були одне й те саме. Я до вас однаково ставився, ви для мене були загроза, я вас не любив. Я вважав, що у вас однакова кухня. Ну, тому що тут прийнято не любити росіян, і це заслужено. В них був 68-й рік. Да. І він нас вважав одним цілим. А тепер стався наш лютий 2022-го, він прийшов і такий каже: слухайте, я почав читати, цікавитись. Ну, по-перше, борщ взагалі не русський. Я побачив історичні докази того, що це українська страва. І ви абсолютно різні люди. Ви абсолютно по-різному реагуєте на все. І українці мені симпатичніші, і я залюбки буду знайомитися з вашою культурою, з вашими традиціями. Мені було безкінечно приємно це почути, тому що я розумію, що тепер цей злам відбувається. Тепер ми вже не будемо для світу
Щось одне,
чимось таким, да. якась там Східна Європа, щось вони там всі однакові. Вже не українці і росіяни.
This is a book that you haven't checked yet. This is from, actually they have a YouTube channel as well, which has maybe 200k subscribers. These are just different views from Ukraine.
Let me try and pronounce that one.
Yeah.
Slobozhanщина.
Slobozhanщina. That's where Kharkiv is, where this lady was from.
Podniprovia and Zaporizhia. Poltavщина. Siveshchina. Oh, well, that's a hard one.
Nadniprianщина.
Polisia. Volin. Halichina.
That's where Lviv is.
Okay. The Carpathians, well, yeah. Zakarpatia, Bukovina, Bessarabia, Podilia,
Причорномор'я.
Priazovia.
That's where Azov, Stalin, Mariupol.
It's where Mariupol is. Oh, yeah.
So it depends on how you like potatoes. So that's basically if you make smashed potatoes, but if you put, I don't know how to call it in English, you're an English teacher, so if you do something like that to potatoes, with a metallic thing,
you make small parts of potatoes. How?
I don't know. Not bad, but I am pretty full, so
It's hard to enjoy things if you're full. So, if to summarize, out of all things that you've tried today, what did you like the most?
oh boy, that's a good question. That's a good question. The varenyky were really really good, yeah.
Okay, вареники з капустою, okay.
But I mean, pretty much everything I've tried today has been pretty good, so yeah.
Якщо вам сподобалося дивитися це відео і ви хочете, щоб Джей став одним з моїх героїв реакції на українські пісні, на українське відео, то напишіть, будь ласка, знизу.
Okay, sounds good. I think I can speak for virtually all New Zealanders to say that we are with you. We may be on the other side of the world, but know that we are completely aware of what's going on and we're on your side. Russia's not our friend, never has been.
And never will be.
And never will be unless they decide to become more, unless they pull out of Ukraine and decide and
Pay all the debts, but say
Yep.
sorry, all the sorries.
Absolutely, and give democracy a try, because I mean we've seen what authoritarianism, both in the Soviet Union and in the new post-Soviet Russia, leads to. It doesn't work, you know. And if you are Russian watching this, if you're I risk getting in trouble for saying this, but I'm not afraid. But I think it needs to be said. In about 100 years ago, you got rid of a dictator. Tsar Nicholas II, a powerful dictator. You guys got rid of him. The people won over. And if you can get rid of the Tsar, then what's stopping you from getting rid of Putin? What is stopping there? What is stopping you from having a second Russian Revolution? If you can get rid of one powerful leader, then in an age of technology, then you can definitely get rid of another powerful leader. If you are Russian, rise up. Don't be afraid to sacrifice your lives for the sake of the good, just as all these Ukrainian soldiers are doing. Don't be afraid to rise up and show Putin that his people will not tolerate such evil being done in the name of your country.
So right now, many European countries are considering to stop giving visas to Russian citizens so that they are not able to go and visit European countries. Do you think that's a right thing to do?
I think we should, because again, it's just going to, this is what happens when your government decides to do the wrong thing. You know, I think we've just really got to show that this is not going to be called for, and by not being able to go on holiday, the Russians will eventually
something is wrong.
Exactly, realize that enough is enough. And I mean, if Putin is if what Putin's feeding the Russians is correct, then why are European countries all banning you and stuff? Why are former
many
Soviet...
don't understand. They're thinking it's kind of Russophobia. They call it, oh, the world is hating Russians, and many of them cannot connect this to the fact that Russia invaded Ukraine. They just think the world hates Russia.
I mean, the truth is that I feel for the Russians, because you're only getting one side of the story. I mean, and it's impossible to make an objective judgment when you're only hearing one side of the story. And that's the problem, especially when the information is coming from your government. I mean,
and you think your government is so good.
Yeah, I mean,
They have a connection to internet. They know.
Yeah, they just don't trust it. They decide to trust the government.
They do, yeah.
Yeah,
Because of the propaganda.
Anyways, we don't have to talk about
We don't have
them.
to
They
talk
don't
about
deserve our time.
No,
So-
they don't. I just think as a New Zealander, I mean, like, if my country was invaded, how unimaginably horrible that would be. And this is exactly what you guys are experiencing right now. And yeah, it just breaks my heart. And I think it breaks the heart of a lot of New Zealanders to think that you guys have to go through this, because you've got a guy who's got his heart on restoring the Russian Empire, the Soviet Union. I mean, when was the last time Russia had a decent ruler? You'd have to go way back to Catherine the Great. She wasn't?
Do you know that actually she's the one who started killing Ukrainian culture and language?
Sorry, I'm not very good with Russian history, but
No, really. She's the one who actually, the name Russia even, it comes from Rus, which actually was in Kiev,
Yes, the
from
Kievan
Kiev,
Rus.
and she was the person who has stolen this name and has named the whole country from Moscow, changed the name from Moscovia to Russia, so that to steal the identity of Ukrainians and then to make them believe that, oh, you are now a part of us, but actually Rus is like Ukraine and Kyiv.
Дякую вам дуже за все, що ви робите. Я стараюсь представляти Україну через музику, напевно, мої основні відео, а ви так через їжу. І це дуже особливий і гарний метод просування України, тому що якщо наш шлунок розсмачений, то хочеться дізнаватися більше.
О, так.
Дякую вам дуже, дякую, що ви дивилися це відео до кінця. Новозеландець вже він так об'ївся. Йому найбільше вареники сподобались, до речі, з капустою. І, до речі, це також мої найулюбленіші вареники. Напишіть знизу, які ваші вареники найулюбленіші і яка ваша найулюбленіша українська страва. Ми все почитаємо. Якщо будете у Празі, то ласкаво прошу вас завітати до закладу Borsch. Ви ж будете далі працювати, так?
Обов'язково. В нас в планах розширення, відкритись всюди, і в Берліні відкриємо The Borsch. Бо це треба робити, треба популяризувати. Моя місія, щоб борщ став в світі такий самий популярний, як рамен або фобо. Супи, які знають всі, борщ також має ним стати. Український борщ.
Супер, я з вами згодна. Якщо вам сподобалось, натисніть, будь ласка, вподобайку, підпишіться на канал Ніна Україна і поставте дзвіночок. А також залиште будь-який коментар для підтримки відео, а мені особисто цікаво, яка ваша улюблена українська страва? Або, якщо не одна, краще 3 українських страви. Напишіть, будь ласка, знизу. Буду чекати. Па-па!
Па-па!
Але цю пісню, я впевнена, знає також кожен з вас. Це також хіт цього року. Можливо, хтось має здогадки.
From 1 to 10, how many points do you give to this song?
12.
Горить, палає техніка ворожа, рідна Україна переможе. За цю пісню, що чув ти колись солов'їну, але їй вже не було дороги назад. Ні слава, ні воля, ще нам, браття України.
Kiakaha, Ukraine. Kiakaha is Maori, the language of the native New Zealand people. Kiakaha just means well done, stand strong.
Kiakaha.
Kiakaha, Ukraine.
Kiakaha, Ukraine.